Welcome to Barnstable Today. I'm Nick Cortez.
And I'm Kevin Friel. We'd like to remind you right at the top that the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website. You can log on at www.town.barnstable.ma.us.
It's been a busy week for boards and committees, so today we're doubling up on the highlights. We begin with a look back at Monday's planning board meeting, where a lengthy discussion took place regarding the Hyannis Main Street Business Improvement District's request to modify the town's sign code to allow A-frame signs and flags, which are currently prohibited. So, why is this discussion important to the Main Street business community? Bid Development Director Amanda Converse explains.
I've been working on this issue for the bid with Growth Management and Regulatory Services for over 2 years now. It was at that time that the bid was asked to inform our members that the Regulatory Services was going to start enforcing the sign code. And this was really the first time that a lot of the businesses realized that their supplementary signage, such as open flags, A-frames, and outdoor displays, were illegal. And they became pretty upset and frustrated because a lot of them feel that this additional signage is essential to their business, and it actually really affects their bottom line to not have it.
Later, Jane Walsh, owner of Redfish Bluefish Gift Shop, advocated for allowing the use of A-frame signs by special permit. But during her testimony, Walsh was most concerned with equitable enforcement of the current sign code.
Daily, I drive South Street, Main Street, and North Street. Within my block, there are 6 other signs very similar to mine. I continue to see those signs out. I say, well, theirs are out, I'm going to put mine out. Here it's the shopping season, I can't stand to lose money right now. I get a ticket. This is in December. I say, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. Still, everybody else's signs. In this one block I'm talking about, never mind the whole rest of the town. One block. I said, all right, I'm going to just put it out on the weekends because, you know, I got to make a living here. I get a ticket. It was written on a Sunday. So I say, okay, I'm going to go to a hearing then because I'm not going to pay the ticket. I go to the hearing. The person who writes the ticket shows up, doing her job, nothing personal against her. She says that somebody from the town drove by on a Sunday, saw my sign out, somehow missed all the others, called her on a Monday and told her to write me a ticket. Today, as in every other day since then, every single one of those other signs is still out. Now, as a business person, this is very, very discouraging to me.
One of the main concerns from the town's perspective about the use of A-frame signs is that many stand on town property, making the town liable if they should damage a storefront or injure someone. But Councillor James Tinsley, who supports the requested sign code changes, brought examples to show how other towns have found a way to cope.
And we talked about insurance. I mean, you can look at, I just printed out the town of Burlington, Massachusetts, their bylaws. And since we were worried about liability, you can look at theirs. It's 3.2.1.3. That's a bylaw for you. And I'll quote it. A permit shall not be issued to any person until a proper certificate of public liability insurance satisfactory to the building inspector is in force. And that's how they addressed that issue. So it can be done. That's directly, and it has to do with their sign code. The 5 pages are here. Talking about safety also, you can look at Falmouth's bylaws, and there are several. Like many of you said, I think A-frames definitely need to be on the table. They can be done tastefully. They can be done historically, so to speak, and thank you very much for having this conversation. I think it's important. The reason Hyannis and Barnstable is the center is because over the years, people just like this, the small business owner who made Main Street grow, made Hyannis grow, made Barnstable grow. Without them, we wouldn't be here. We'd be just another small little town, a speck on the map. So it's important that we listen to them.
During the discussion, Planning Board member Matthew Tague tried to get to the heart of the matter, asking one business person what it is that the community wants. But as he found out, the answer isn't simple.
Who are going to do things that are in the best interest of themselves, and therefore, that's why we're all here, is because we're trying to, get to the bottom of it. I just haven't heard it, and I'm not sure what exactly. I mean, if there was one thing you said, hey, listen, if we had this, and A-frames is not it, okay, what would it be?
Well, I think that that's just it, is that there isn't a black and white answer because Main Street is so unique. And I know rules are rules, but maybe they're meant to be worked with a little bit, and I think that that's the best part. I mean, there's got to be a reason that we want to have businesses there, and the reason is because it's not cookie cutter. There's so many different variables to everything. So, you know, certainly we all want to work together. It's not, I think it's for the betterment of the, so like, you know, someone needs this and I need an open flag, but he needs a menu board, and that's how it is. It's not, so it's not a plaza. It's not cookie cutter. So I think maybe that's not the problem. It's just what needs to.
The planning board did not rule out the possibility of changing the sign code, though no schedule was set for any type of formal hearing regarding the potential changes.
Now we move to Tuesday's school committee meeting. During the session, the superintendent said that her inbox is continually flooded with accomplishments of our students. One success story involves the high school's future problem solvers team. The students entered into a community problem-solving competition and created a public service announcement. First, the team introduces themselves, then Katrina Malikov outlines the origins of Project Power.
Hello everybody, my name is Dan Normand. I am website maintenance and or lackey for the team, and I'm a sophomore.
You know your place, don't you?
So we'd like to just give you a brief presentation about what our project was about and how we came to be competing in this program. And originally the project idea came from I was looking through some of the projects done by Silent Springs Institute and the USGS toxicology program, and they had demonstrated that there's been evidence of pharmaceutical contamination in some of our local ponds. And I discovered that this is an emerging issue that hasn't really been properly addressed in the past, and I thought it would be a good idea to inform the residents of Barnstable how we can prevent this from happening, how we can properly dispose of our pharmaceuticals so they don't end up in our water supply.
Now, co-chair of the community problem-solving team, Dan Pipe-Mazo, discusses the specifics of the PSA.
And so we realized this problem, and we set out to educate the public as to a better method to deal with their unwanted medications. We contacted, in short, a bunch of people at a bunch of different agencies, and they all kind of approved this plan that we came up with, which was the crush, combine, and dispose method. And what this crush, combine, and dispose method is, rather than taking your unwanted medications and flushing them down the toilet or the drain, you simply put them in a Ziploc baggie, you tap them with a hammer and grind them into a fine powder, combine them with some undesirable substance such as coffee grounds, kitty litter, or sawdust, and then you can also mix in any unwanted liquid medications at this point, and then simply take that plastic bag and throw it in your trash can. And what's safe about this is, in the town of Barnstable, as with many other Cape towns, our trash goes straight to CMAS, where it is incinerated to the same standards that drug recycling companies such as Stericycle would use to dispose of any unwanted medications. So this process is much safer, reduces all unwanted waste from the environment, and really uses the same professional-grade drug destruction policy that all major drug recycling companies use.
Just one meeting left on the town's calendar. The town council meets this evening at 7 o'clock in the town hall hearing room.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Kevin Friel, I'm Nick Cortez. We'll see you next time on Barnstable Today.